In this video, I'm going to teach you Primavera P6 project planning control, but not only Primavera P6. I'm going to teach you people data center construction scheduling. Yes, in upcoming days, the pace of AI growth is too much so that data centers construction will be there. So ultimately, companies are looking for those engineers who are skilled up in project planning, scheduling for data center projects. So this video is all for you for 2026, 2027 and onward, and it is going to give you the complete skill up strategy that how you have to work as a planning engineer for specifically data center construction projects. Well, my name is Engineer Waqas Ahmed and I have 15 years of field experience. I'm project planning control coach, trainer and consultant, and I would request you people to write there in the comment section area about your engineering disciplines, about your any education discipline. You are graduate, you are diploma holder, whatever you are. But before getting into the detail of today's video, I would request you subscribe this channel so that in future if I'm gonna make any video relevant to skills career, you get that link on time. Before starting this video, I would make it sure that this is totally real industry based project and it is going to add value in the profile of you people, like you are working there in the construction industry, oil and gas industry. You are fresher engineer, you are mid career level engineer, or you are professional engineer. You know it very well that upcoming time like 2026, 2027 and so on belongs to those people only who are skilled in some demanding skills like project management. And if I talk about project management, it is never gonna end up, right? AI is gonna be booming era in upcoming years, but as long as AI is there, we need to save the data which is being processed in the back end, and for that we need to construct data centers. And here we are, civil engineers, electrical, mechanical, chemical, industrial. Every engineer can adopt this job career and they need to learn project planning control, and more importantly they need to watch this video till end because this video is going to change their job career. So are you ready? So let me take you on Primavera P6 dashboard, and here we are. And this is Primavera P6. This is the tool which is being used in the industry as a PMIS. When I say PMIS, Project Management Information System, like as a planning engineer, you have to acquire certain combo pack of skill sets. Like you need to understand project management, you need to understand the process or construction methodology. Like we are going to work on a data center construction project, so we need to understand what is inside the data center. There is civil works, electrical, mechanical, instrumentational. So this is called process, how we are going to build up that data center. Third most important thing is contract, how data center authority is demanding this construction of this project, handing over payment methodologies, when this project is going to start, when it is going to end up. So this is called contract. And the fourth most important thing you are watching right now on your screen, Primavera P6 interface, data, management, that how to combine all of this data, which I'm going to teach you in this complete video, right? So let's start step by step as of it concerns with Primavera P6. First of all, we are going to learn that, there is one video which is going to teach you how to install this Primavera P6 in your system, right? So watch that video, and after that, you have to understand. Once it is done, you will see your Primavera P6 somehow like this one. See, I will share it with you people, and you can see this is how you can see Primavera P6 on your dashboard, right? And you have to create one new folder within Primavera P6. And why we are doing this process, like EPS, we call it Enterprise Project Structure, because Primavera P6 is a global software. So we need to do this step. I have to click on this enterprise. And before than that, I just make sure about a small introduction. Here you will always find a timeline bar, and there you will find some other description. Okay, comprehensive, subjective, and this is toolbar menu. And whatever the software project is open here, the name will be shown over here. Multiple projects you can create within Primavera P6, right? So I will be touching data center as well as Primavera P6. So parallel, we are going to grow our skill set, right? So first of all, I'm going to add up over here enterprises. So I will be adding one folder, like over here you can see there is data center DC and all the data center projects will be added over here. Okay, so here I'm going to make it data center. Okay, so we have already added over here. I'm gonna close it, and it is there. So we can maximize it. It is why, because this much information is showing up on my screen, because I have created too many projects. So I have many folders. So if I can scroll it down, you can find here, see the data center. So now I need to launch my data center new project file within Primavera P6. This is software oriented thing. So what I need to do, I have to step by step, right? So here we have file, and I need to click on this file, then control N, or you can click on this new, because this window will pop up, and within this information I have to choose that where I want to place this project file. So meanwhile, you can see over here, this is data center. Okay, I want to place my project file here. Next, this project ID, like my project is ID is this data center 001, and it will be given in the contract document, which I'm gonna explain in the later part of today's this session, right? So there is data center construction project, data center construction project. Moreover, you have to mention in the comment section area what kind of project you are doing right now. This video is gonna be a lengthy, so at the same time, it is for every kind of engineer. You are a fresher, doesn't need any experience. This video is gonna skill you up, right? If you are a mid-career level engineer, your site or your existing experience is gonna boom in, like your this planning engineering job career. So don't get away. So data center construction project, I'm gonna write here like this way. This is a name, right? So we are going to take this information from project contract, and then when our data center project is going to start up, let's say this project start date is mentioned in the contract document is 10th of March, and finish date is also there. So we can take that finish date as well. Next, responsible manager, yes, you can take, but right now I'm going to skip, no problem. Next, assignment rate type, yes, you can select any one of them, and go on, and congratulations, you have made a new project file. So this file is showing up underneath of this data center EPS. I'm gonna right click here and open this project, and I just make sure about here these are two windows open up at the same time in Primavera P6. One is the activities window and other one is the project window. Project window is the global window for all the projects which are already created within Primavera P6, whereas in activities window, there are specialized projects. I can only open one single project at one time. So that one time project which is opened by me, that will be showing up in the activities window. So now I will be starting up loading data in Primavera P6, but there are some basic settings, right? And if you can go into admin, you can find admin preferences. You have to set up your industry, what kind of industry you belong to, what kind of weekend start date, your separators, something like that. And these minor things I have explained in my one playlist. There are many other videos. I'm gonna give you those video links in this video details, right? Just go in this video description and find those links and watch them as well, right? Those are also very much valuable, because in this video, I'm more gonna talk about the data center construction scheduling norms, standards, and SOPs, right? So these basic settings are majority basis will be discussed there, but here I'm gonna touch up. So from admin preferences to admin categories, you can find their unit of measure. Once I will be discussing about BOQs, it will be more easy to understand. And apart from here, let me share with you the project contract, because I have already mentioned when the project will be given to the third party contractor or service company. So there are some certain documents like BOQ will be there from design, like the detailed drawings. This kind of document will be established by quantity surveyor. So this is actually explaining that what kind of work we have to carry out to step by step. See, from the designing drawings, they are going to take off that quantities, right? Complete quantity they are going to take off, and the work description will be mentioned by the designers and quantity surveyors. Their respective units will be mentioned here, and their respective rates, like how much money it will take to do that work for single unit, right? So that is how costing will be done. And this is BOQ. So majority of work like task, like scope management, we are going to drive from this BOQ, to which we call construction planning. Construction data will be taken from this BOQ. Apart from this data, we are having contract document. This contract is going to help us out. Like it is going to give us the complete project name. It is going to give us the information that who is the client, consultant, and who is developing this project. What is inside this project scope, right? What are the specification of this data center? What is the contract value? Then project start date, project finish date. These are important things. If you want to develop your skills as a planning engineer, it is not only Primavera P6. This is the combination of the things, like, and only in that situation you can win your job role in multinational companies. So you can see this contract document. And moreover, if you are going to write in the comment section area about your engineering discipline, about the project existing wherever you are serving right now, I'm gonna give you away this complete documentation as well, right? This contract document, this BOQ, and the XZR file by the end of this video session, I'm gonna develop, right? So please write there Primavera P6. Whatever you are going to write there, you are going to get these valuable content as well, right? So let's start. Commencement of work, when we are going to start that work, and completion, when we are going to complete our project. Site preparation procedures, then there are architectural works, there are mechanical works. So their specifications are also mentioned, their safety protocols, their quality, each and everything. So in nutshell, contract is a guideline document which is going to highlight roles, responsibilities, and SOPs for any kind of work, right? So this is gonna give us the way forward for our project development. And moreover, we have to convert our this BOQ and complete methodology, through which we have to convert that paper drawing into reality. So we have to convert this one into this shape. Let me share with you. Like, we have to make higher level deliverables. So this is gonna be a, first of all, project management and pre-construction activities. Then there will be site preparation and civil works. Then there will be architectural works. Then there will be mechanical works and electrical works. And there will be commissioning and startup and handing over. So these are our major level deliverables. This would be our first level of WBS. So I'm going to make it, because it's not gonna happen without consultation with the senior management, with the data center strategy. So we have to develop one WBS. So we are going to start scope management. Scope management is the first knowledge area of project management. So right now I am going to get into project. You can find here work breakdown structure, and likewise you can click on this add button. You are going to start project management and pre-construction. This will be there. Then you are going to add one more. Now we are going to add one by one: site preparation, architectural. See here, site preparation, and then we are going to add here, just 1 minute, I will be adding up over here, site preparation and civil works, architectural works. So here we are, site preparation. Here we are going to make civil works. Okay. And then we have architectural works, We have mechanical HVAC works. So this is our first level of WBS we are adding up here. Our MEP, let me mechanical, and in the brackets it's written there HVAC. Okay. And then we are going to add up over here electrical, commissioning, and handing over. Okay, so we are going to add this one. See, I'm going to add up over here electrical works, because in data center obviously there is complete comprehensive MEP work. So we are going to add over here commissioning, testing and commissioning. Testing. Okay, and then the last one is the handing over. So here we are, handover. Okay, so If I can switch to the activities window, you can see that this is something the same is being shown in the activities window. WBS is only for creation of the higher level of the things like deliverables. This is our first level of deliverable has been established. Likewise, before getting into Primavera P6 as a planning engineer, you need to develop such kind of document out of your head office planning. There are two types of plannings. Gonna integrate head office planning where you're designing things gonna be decided, procurement things gonna be decided, because design team is sitting inside the head office, procurement team is also inside the head office territory. And there is the second type of planning is construction planning. See, so here we are going to prepare WBS like design and engineering, permits and approvals, so site preparation. So this will come under your project management and pre-construction things, right? These are your project milestones. So we need to prepare such kind of document. These are your head office plannings. This is now my construction planning. So there are, this site preparation will be my second level of WBS. So let me designing and engineering permits and approval. So let me add these things within this. Okay, so here I'm gonna add here, see, designing and permits and approvals. Okay, I'm gonna add over the second level of WBS, permits and approvals. Okay, so I'm gonna talk more about the process about data center. In designing team is going to build their respective construction drawings at the IFC level, issue for construction, their piping drawings, their mechanical drawings, HVAC drawings, duct drawings, right? Whereas in permits, we are going to suppose to get approvals from the authority, from third party about those things. Like we need permits and approvals. And then this document is going to help us out. This civil works is being divided into site preparation, earthwork, substructure, superstructure, building envelope, and so on. See, so I'm going to add up these things over here at the second level of WBS. So civil works, I have to add over here site preparation. I have to add over here earthwork. I have to add over here substructure. See, it's very easy to understand. Substructure, what I'm doing actually, this is actually the philosophy. This is the parent. Under this parent, I'm creating the child. These are called childs now. Superstructure. It's very easy to go with this one. And then there is building envelope. Okay. Building. Okay. Okay. So that is how this is the complete. And likewise here, there are different kind of WBS you can see. Maybe it depends on the project nature. And level 3, level 4, this is WBS levels. So, if you see your WBS at this time, like this way, it means it's not in full form. Like you have to click this WBS code once again, and then the second time, you must get this node format WBS. This structured branch based, like which is showing the logic, right? So you have to click over here. If something is not working as per right now, you can see on the screen area, you have to click here. And moreover, if I can flip to the activities window, you can see there are different kind of colors which are showing the respective levels, because now work breakdown structure, the philosophy lies in this parameter. We are going to break down our project into smaller and smaller and smaller components so that we can arrive at the more detailed level and we can define that work more precisely, right? You understand? So we are further going to break down designing into civil drawings, mechanical drawings. So anybody who's going to read this document are going to discuss in the meeting, it will be more clear, right? So this is actually something from the protocols or SOPs of project management. Right now we are doing scope management, and the process which is being used, a technique, is called work breakdown structure. So this is being implemented, the project management, the concept is coming from project management, implemented on data center, that is process or construction product, and it all is going on in the this setup Primavera P6. And as per the contract, now contract is giving us this authority that we need to start this schedule, this program as per their mentioned instructions. So visually you can see, and internally you can feel all these four things are interconnected, right? So likewise, there are many other people like quantity surveyors are there, assistant planning engineers are there. So don't feel like you are alone there. You can take all of these things. And likewise, you have to develop architectural work. These are the activity levels, right? And see, so likewise, I have to create, just 1 minute, I will be opening by implementation the complete that understanding. And now you can see, if I tell you that step by step you have to add all this WBS, right? See over here, you have to add all this one, see, and into the WBS. If I can, I have added, I can just collapse it, and you can see that first project mobilization, design, permits, site preparation, earthwork, substructure, superstructure, building envelope, architectural has been further given, specialized rooms and fit out, mechanicals. So this data has been taken from this Excel sheet, and this Excel sheet has been prepared with the help of the head office team. They have given us the instructions on design, permits and approvals, and construction team has given us this BOQ. On the basis of this BOQ, we have derived our certain deliverables, like what is inside the mechanical work and how we can make their different kind of boxes. You understand? So that within this box we have mechanical work and what kind of further task we need to implement, right? So with that guidelines that how to add this data in Primavera P6, what we have done, just for the civil works as earthwork and all that, we have prepared this complete dashboard of Primavera P6, right? I hope you can do as well. And furthermore, this is only a WBS level. WBS means like higher level, something which is like a heading. And now we have to fill the details under WBS. So I will be sharing with you because it is there. So I will be just sharing with you people, not step by step. See, all these activities which are being shown here, you have these activities, chillers and all that. Let me share with you, which are already defined over here in the Excel sheet, like basis of design, concept, and this design, IFC drawings for architectural, for structure, for mechanical. These will be serving as an activities. So we have to get into this window, like activities window, and we have to click on this certain WBS, right click on this add button, and just as soon as you are going to click on this add button from this step, like you are going to right click that particular WBS, click on this add button, and one activity will be added. Right now my 3 activities are already added over here, so that is why fourth one will be taking the 4th place, right? So and likewise, this is your Gantt chart area, and if you can see that, you can scroll your timeline, but I can't see anything in the Gantt chart area. So double click. As soon as you are going to make double click here, you can find here their respective bars. Some are in green color, some are in a red color. Doesn't matter what is in green, what is in that one. So just as of now, you need a walk around, like if you need to construct a data center, you need to add site preparation. In site preparation, there are surveying, soil testing, site clearing, grading, temporary facilities. Okay, so all these things are important, and they will be carried out on the site area to develop a data center. So as a planning engineer, you have to understand this is a process. Then apart from this one, site preparation, earthwork. When I say earthwork, the data center, which is the site area where the data center is supposed to build up. So earthwork means, first of all, as per the designer requirement, they need to excavate as per the certain depth, which is mentioned in the BOQ. Let me share with you over here. And if I can share, see, this is your BOQ, and it will be mentioned here. Soil testing is there, site clearing, grading, removal, vegetation. If there is any grass, plants, we need to remove them. Debris and obstructions, grade site to design levels, ensuring proper drainage and erosion control. Then temporary facilities, yes, the contractor who's gonna construct that project set up their residential, kitchens, offices, washrooms, and all that. Lay down area for material stock, rooms for material, and all that. Then this is excavation actually. So it is written here excavation in very detailed way. So let's start. Excavate to required depth. See, for foundation and services using appropriate machinery, maintain side slopes or shoring for safety, de-water if necessary, measuring volume and dispose of spoil. Typically, excavation cost range from this one to this one, right? So as per this protocol. So there are QA/QC engineers, senior management people. They are going to take care about all of these arrangements. As a planning engineer, I have to see, okay, so this is an activity. So we have document that activity over here under this one, see excavation, and it will come an earthwork under earthwork tag, right? So earthwork is there. Once excavation is done, we need to backfill with a specific quantity of sand, which is mentioned in again in the BOQ, with the sand, gravel, what is recommended there, and then make compaction, like reinforcement of that area, compaction, leveling, and then the QA/QC engineers are going to come and they are going to take FDT testing, right? If our FDT value is mentioned in the BOQ, if we are going to meet that one, then it is considered as a work done. So that is happening repeatedly for every task. That is how BOQ is working out. QA/QC people are going to do their job, right? And site people are going to see the work. And planning engineer in the back end is already preparing this baseline. First of all, baseline will be prepared from the planning engineer, right? So that is what actually we are doing. So right now, see, trenching for services, actually we have to make different kind of conduits passing through that foundation. So for that, trenching is available, should be available there. Then there is substructure, foundation of blinding, raft foundation, isolated footings, and all these things are taken from the BOQ as well. So once this structured information is available, in which you can take help from quantity surveyors, you can there are many subject matter expert people, there are many templates available, right? Companies are not going to give you, okay, this is BOQ and you are all in all. No, just understand, like BOQ will be converted into such kind of standard format of planning BOQ, the way you can right now see on your screen, right? So after that, you have to add these activities under their respective WBS, or we call it work packages. There are different kind of WBS actually, higher level WBS, then mid level WBS, and then WBS which we can't further break down. Under that WBS, you are going to add activities, and that specific WBS is called work package. So activity is actually something, the project that level at which you are going to define the quantum of work, and on the basis of that quantum of work, you are going to define how much work is gonna take. And how much cost it's gonna take, and how many people it required to complete that work within that timeline and cost, and what are the standards we require for that activity, and what kind of logic we need to implement. When I say logic, it means we need to implement predecessor and successor. That's what I'm gonna explain now. So actually, whenever as a planning engineer you are going to work out there is one primary thing you need to understand, and that is about, let me share with you that perspective as well. So that is about to develop your critical path method. So let me explain this through a certain this. First of all, you are going to make this box is for your scope loading of WBS, right? Once you are done with this scope loading of WBS, you are going to add your activities loading, this box, the second task. Okay, let me explain all of these things in a sequence. So this is something, WBS loading. Okay, just 1 minute. WBS loading, and then activities loading. And then after that, you have one more box which will help you to define their dependency model or linkups. Which activity is going to link up with another activity. So the complete project will be networked, or linkups need to be established there. And after that, there is one more box which will define their respective durations actually, right? So we have to define their duration, which activity is going to take 10 days, 7 days, 20 days, whatever durations. So once all these things are done, right, and we will be able to produce, these are the inputs, and the output will be critical path method. Now, critical path method is the something on which our complete strategy scheduling planning is based on. It is going to define our strategy. At the same time, it is going to define project duration. What is the shortest possible time through which we can deliver this project with optimum strategy? You understand? So CPM, critical, our target is to look on the critical path method. Okay, and there are many things. Now duration will be defined. This duration will be defined on the basis of resource availability. When I say resource availability, there are three kind of things: manpower, material, and machinery. Of course, for every single task, we need people, we need machinery, and we need material, consumable, right? So resource availability is the first factor to define our duration. Then productivity. When I say productivity, I mean that what is the industry standard? Like if there is an activity like excavation, welding, what is the industry standard that how much work is possible to do in unit time in 1 hour? So productivity sheet should be there. Then BOQ work for that an activity. Okay, so BOQ work is should be there. So with the help of these three documents, we are going to define duration. Let me give you an example over here, just in a quick way. And here we are. Let's say an activity excavation is there. There is a team like one excavator, two helpers, and one supervisor, and they can easily do one in 1 hour. They can do like 8 cubic meter work, and total BOQ work, which is mentioned in BOQ, total BOQ work for excavation, okay, is like maybe 80,000 or 8,000, something like that. Okay, and now the formula: total man hours. Okay, total man hours work given in BOQ 8,000 divided by the productivity, right? 8 cubic meter. So it is gonna take 1,000 man hours. Now, how many days it required to complete that work? So it depends totally how many hours you are going to invest in 1 day. So for that one, total man hours, okay, is equal to man hours per day and total multiply days. So it's very easy to understand here. Total man hours are 1,000. So likewise, you are going to take every day like 10 hours shift, and it will take 100 days. So this is your duration. Duration will be defined here. Okay, the links, like it's coming from the construction methodology. Once design will be done, then you are going to start your procurement, then you are going to start your construction site preparation, then you are going to start your civil works, then architectural, then mechanical. So this is something will be highlighted by senior management in the construction methodology documents. Okay, so these two things, I'm sure that you are pretty much clear about these things. So we are going to see all of these things over here. And apart from this one, see, and we have already given on the basis of that methodology, the duration has already been given over here. And moreover, you need to understand these columns. There are big information about these columns apart from this assigning of this duration. See, duration is given over here: 5 days, 10 days, whatever. Manually you can give them like 7 days. Okay, you can give here 12 days. It will be defined. It's a separate task you have to do on Excel with the help of that concept, and then come on Primavera P6 and give them manually that. And apart from this one, you have to set up, understand this dashboard. You have to go into view, columns. You can manage these columns. Right now you need these columns. If you want to add any further column, you can go here. Like from cost, you need to add any other column like budgeted total cost, budgeted labor cost, or something like that. See, so you can add. And if you don't need any column, see, apply, and like, see, budgeted total cost column is there. And once it's done, you have to right click here, and with the time scale, you can manage your timeline intervals, right? You want to show your timeline as per the calendar, on yearly basis, on monthly, quarterly basis, see, on monthly basis, whatever is your goal is okay. See, and once you are going to add all of these columns and your time scale format, everything is done. And furthermore, you can click here in view. This is your dashboard setting. Just expand it, group and sort by. From here, you can control your dashboard. See, if you want to see right now their group means WBS. You can see this is your WBS. Against WBS, you can see your information. If you want to hide WBS level information, you need to uncheck it. Like, just do it. Okay, apply. Everything is gone. I want to see at WBS level. Okay. If you want to just see your WBS level and you want to hide your, all the activities, you can go and click here. Everything is gone. And I want to see my activities because somebody, our WBS, our group is same like WBS. Apply. Okay. And if you want to change their color, you want at higher level WBS color in another way. See something like this one. Okay, apply. You understand? That is how it is gonna work out. And you can see like this one. Okay, apply, something like that. Okay. And furthermore, if you want to give title IDs, you can see over here. So see how crowdy now your dashboard is with WBS title, with their codes, and I don't like it at all. See, and if you want to apply it, you can see this is our dashboard controller. Indent is not showing any level. See, all the levels are equal now. Our leveling is now at the same. Every WBS now at the same level. Now indent, click on this one, apply, and now you can see leveling is again restored. Is that clear? So that is how you can use time scale. You can use columns. You can use group and sort by. These features are going to set up the outlook and basic settings as per your requirement of your dashboard. Once these three things parameters are done, now you have to straight get into view again. Click on this layout and save layout as. Name it as per your requirement, like basic, classic, whatever your company name or layout number 1, and save it. Because later on you can go into layout, open layout, and you can just approach all, there are some global ready-made layouts given by Primavera P6, and here it will be stored as per your layout. You can just see, I have already critical path method there. There is my layout. I have add cost management layout in which I have added certain more columns manually, and I have saved them as cost management, earned value management, Power BI, planning, basic, and so on. That is gonna give you benefit, right? And then you can click into the enterprise and you can find here calendars. This is global resource project. We are more concerned with global calendar. So you need to just click over here, any one of the calendar which you want to assign. Okay, even you can click on this add button, a new calendar will be added, but I have many more. So I just want to make sure about the modification. I want to change it as per my requirement. There are important things. First, you can switch their outlook. See, if I'm gonna total works, here it's gonna give me the information in numbers, detail work hours day, work hours per day is gonna give me the information in this way. Work week I can set up from here, like if I can click this one, and work week I can like 12 hours, 12, 12, 12, something like that. If I need 12, 10 hours in Saturday as well, I can make it, and Saturday is on. Then you can see, if you can click this one, you can maintain your work week, something like that, from Monday to Saturday. How you gonna work when you want to start your shift? If you want to start from 6 p.m. am, work, and if you want to give them at 12 p.m. break for lunch, just for 1 hour, and then in the midway there is tea break. So you can just make like this one. See, okay, so that is how Mondays everything is settled down. So that is how you are going to make. And furthermore, implementation of calendar is to add one column here. That is how you are going to implement your, and there is one more way to quickly find out your respective calendar. See, and I'm gonna find it out. I have calendar over here. So apply. Okay, I can get into the, I have added actually one column for calendars. So this calendar has been assigned at my project. So I need to get into enterprises calendar, and this is FPST. Okay, I want to, so the step number 1, I have to manually change this one, FPST. Okay, that is assigned. Now step by step, if I'm gonna assign this, it is manual work and it is gonna take a lot of time. So what I'm gonna do that, that I will be selecting the first activity manually. First, I have to assign one single activity calendar. And then I have to select all these activities, like keep pressing shift button and select them all and keep in this area, right? Keep your cursor in this area, right click and fill down. And moreover, if you want to learn all of these tactics with the industry oriented practices, you can join my full trainings. You can watch their WhatsApp numbers, my WhatsApp numbers. You can contact and you can get into my training, professional training, in which I'm conducting live sessions as well. So you can see right now group level, WBS level is not actually changed. Okay. For that, I have to refresh my data. And moreover, this is going to help you. Please give me your feedback, the way you are learning this data center process and all that. Now, after setting up our Primavera P6 with new assigned calendar, we are now on the way to have other things like now this dashboard needs to link up, like on your right side area, we need to show up the logical diagram, like activities should be linked up with each other. But right now it is only having assigned the durations are already there, the respective durations. I have already explained about this thing that it's coming through the productivity, resource evaluation, resource availability, and all that. And in that regard, such kind of sheets are going to help you people, right? This is productivity sheet and it is going to define for every single task how many people required and what is the productivity, right? So we are more into the kind of thing like having an overview. So if you want to learn in the detailed way, I have already mentioned what you need to do. So to get all these documentation, write in the comment section area. So now we are going to start from site preparation and civil works, and I'm going to help you people how to link up, how to start developing your activities network diagram, right? So I'm gonna right click here, click on this activity details, and you will be given this bottom layout window. In this window, you will find many options. And there is one, tab given over here to which we call relationships, right? Either you can avail it or you can go by predecessor or successor separately. But I personally recommend, like, I like to use relationships because here you can find that certain activity there is predecessor, successor, and assign buttons. Once I'm gonna click them, you will see that just 1 minute. This is surveying and grid lines. Now, before getting into the successor is always an activity which is gonna happen right after this activity, surveying and grid lines. If I'm gonna click here, assign, the next activity which is being shown in your main window is soil testing, right? So I'm gonna click here and you can just see over here, just right now, see this trail is established over here. And I'm gonna close it, moving on to the next soil testing. These both activities are connected now. Now soil testing will be selected in the main window. Into the successor, click on the assign button. You can find here clearing, see, close this one, moving on to the next activity, click on this one. The next activity is temporary facilities. So once site is done, of course you want to start the next activity. So this is a manual way, there is one automatic way. Like within earthwork, I need to link up all of these activities. So what I will do, I will click on this shift button, I will select all of these activities, right click and link. Likewise, within one work package, I want to add link up all these activities. I will select and click on this link activities. Likewise, within superstructure, I will just right click and just make like this one, right? Link up. So this is the manual way, and at the same time, there is automatic way. Once you are going to start link up your activities, predecessor is always one thing which is going to happen before this activity, and successor is actually depending on this one. This is a trail. The successor is always depending on this activity, and this activity is always depending on the predecessor activity. That is how this sequence is going to be maintained. So this step is going to define your links between one single work package. But after that one, that right after this, after activities, your WBS site preparation will be done, then earthwork will be started, but WBS can't be linked with each other. So what you need to do? So you have to link up these two activities. See, the temporary facilities and excavation, because Right after this temporary facilities or this activity, which is supposed to be the last activity of site preparation, it's going to give go ahead to the excavation for the first activity of earthwork. So I'm gonna fill this earthwork. See, just 1 minute. Temporary facilities successor window. I'm gonna fill it with the first activity of earthwork, and you can see now it's gonna make a trail over here. You can see now these both activities are connected. Okay, so likewise, I will look into the construction methodology given to me by my senior management. What is construction methodology? What is going to be a sequence method? So that will be followed to link up different kind of, see, site preparation. After right after earthwork, I'm going to start my substructure. So here substructure will be link up. Right after substructure, we are going to make superstructure. So right after that one, superstructure will be link up. And right, the superstructure is done, and right after superstructure we are going to start building envelope, and here we are, and you see rooftop, the first activity, external walls, and then roof slab. Okay, just 1 minute. I think yes, so these activities are not connected with each other. So let me select all these activities, link up. Okay, see, it's gone. Because where it is gone here. Because link is developed. So within the architecturals, first we have to link up them with each other. So link activities, and here we are. See, so these are interconnected with each other, and later on, now architecture will be started right when building envelope. So external walls and these two activities are also having secondary dependency as well. Okay. So after external walls, I'm gonna assign here architectural, the first one, right? See, the architectural work actually dates, see, the 20th of July is coming from this one, see, because 20th of July, finish to start relationship. There are multiple relationships you can provide. Finish to start, one activity is going to start, finish, and then other activity is going to start. So here you can find here multiple relationship depending on your construction methodology. You can change and you can see what is going to impact on your project schedule. So right now you are linking them, and right after I'm going to link it up, and first, okay, specialized room fit out. So this architecture last activity is going to be link up over here, and NOC room. Okay, so it is also giving 13th of August, finish to start relationship. And then mechanical, see, these are the mechanical activities. I'm gonna first link up them, and then mechanical installations. Right after mechanical activities, installations will be happen. So these two activities are going to link up with each other, something like that. And right after these mechanical installations are done, we are going to suppose to make them in the testing criteria, something like that. Okay. And right after this one, electrical works are going to start. So all these are the real industry based activities, and you can just select this activity and keep shift this one, testing and commissioning, link up. Even you can make select multiple work packages and then link up, and then it will be implemented. So this is ICT. So I'm going to select all of these ones and link. Okay, and then you will be having commissioning. So all this will be selected. I'm doing it for your knowledge. I'm doing it, I'm teaching you people, but when you are working in a real project, you have to follow, the diagram will be given to you, like this work package will be, how it will be, this diagram you can find here. See, such kind of things will be there. Just 1 minute. See, something like that, equipment. Just 1 minute here. Okay, see, such kind of diagrams will be formulated at the very initial stage of project, that how our different kind of boxes are linked up with each other. This is also given in our Primavera P6. Randomly you can make them on your PPT or something, it is easy to understand. So then you can see over here, ICT will be triggered. So when we are going to start our commissioning and startup, right? So pre-commissioning is going to be started once this one will be done. So it is going to help us out from our senior management. See, this is going to formulate our strategies. And this ICT will be done. We need predecessor to assign here. As soon as our electrical work is going to start, we are going to start this one ICT work as well. Okay. So that is how you can see now your 270. No, this is your, the way you are actually developing activities, network with each other. You have to click on this F9 or somewhere on this area. See, okay, or you can click on the tools, schedule F9. This window will pop up. Go into options. Here you have to make sure that these two options are clicked, right? Use expected finish dates and then schedule automatically. You have must observe this thing, the way I was connecting the different kind of activities. At the same time, the change was happening here. The trail was happening there, like all the boxes were in the sequence. Why? Because I have already clicked over here, schedule automatically, instantly, right? And the second thing is retain logic. This is gonna make our relationships important. Like later on, if I am in the tracking phase, so if I want to bypass my relationship, my this logic is not going to allow any bypass of my relationships. So that is gonna maintain our critical path method. Actually, critical path method is your project's longest path in which your project is gonna completed, right? And the progress override, if I'm gonna choose it, it means the relationship's gonna be bypassed during tracking if I need to start any random activity, because these things like finish to start, these are the constraints. If one activity having relationship with another activity finish to start, it means one activity will be finished, then only then the next activity is going to start. So this is a complete concept oriented thing. So in that situation, this will be not implemented if you are going to opt this one. If you are going to opt this one, these relationships will be retained. And this is something like for small projects where you are developing your plan at the same time actual work is going on. And then these are the important things you have to take out of this one and close this one. And then every time if you have not selected these two schedule automatically, then you have to every time come in this window and schedule your project, right? So after developing all our activities, relationships from very top level WBS activities to the lower level WBS as per the available given instructions by our project management team, by senior management team like construction managers, we have already given all those relationships, and you can see that now it looks like this one. So this is our critical path method. Green color activities are non-critical activities, whereas red color activities are critical activities. There is a difference between these two activities. If I will tell you about this concept, when we are going to develop this data center, there are many series of activities. Let me share with you over here. See, just 1 minute. See, now you can understand this diagram. This is activity network diagram. Now, understanding this one, you must understand this one more concept, moving from one point, which is your initial point, to the last point where you are going to deliver that data center. There are many things you have to develop. This is one series of activities. This is second series of activities. Maybe the upper one is structural, the second one is electrical, then mechanical, then many safety and all that. So we have to find out what is the longest path, which is taking more or extra time. That is called critical path. The activities belongs to that path are called critical activities, whereas other activities which are taking less time as compared to that longest path are called non-critical path, non-critical activities. Right now you can see that how your activities are linked up on your project schedule. So I will again activate my Gantt chart, and over here you can see that this is actually showing your bar chart, this important information from the perspective of dependency model. So right now what I am supposed to do, you need to add more columns over here. For that I have already settled this one, open layout, and I can show you over here somehow like this one. See, Okay, right now you can see the critical path method columns are there. What you need to do, if your manager is asking you, I need to see critical path dashboard. Early start is here, early finish, late start, late finish, and then total float. If I define total float, F stands for float and F stands for flexibility. Now you just understand total float is the amount of or number of days any activity can be delayed by those number of days, and the project is not having any issue. The project is not gonna delay. This is the flexibility through which an activity can be reshuffled. So these are the green color activities are always non-critical activities, and total float is always the property of non-critical activities. You can find here the total float amount. Somewhere you can see red color are zero, and critical activities having always zero total float. See, these are again total float value is there. Red color activities are having zero float, and moving downward, and you can see over here. Okay, see. So this is total float. Even in my comprehensive trainings, I will be getting into the detailed discussion. This is just an overview to understand the data center construction project. And this is how you are going to develop after defining your durations, after link up your activities with proper strategy, that what are the tasks I'm supposed to start first, and then what are the descendant activities which are going to depend on the initial activities. Then it's gonna make the trail, and you are going to get that information from your team, from your designers, and from your experience as well, right? So that is how you are going to develop your critical path method. And after this one, I will be helping you people how to develop your resources. So I'm gonna switch into my basic layout where I was initially working on. So here we are, and I'm okay. So this is my basic layout. Now I need to define my resources. So I have to click on enterprises and resources. Under this one, I will be given this window. Click on this add button. Okay. And you will be given all this big data for resources, but I have no concern because this is a global window for resources. I have to generate my own resources for this specific project. So what I'm going to do, the last resource available in this window, I'm going to right click. I will click on this add. I will just write here data center resources, data center resources. Okay. And then I will move it like this way. Okay. And then I will, just make sure that there are also game of columns, right? You can just right click and customize your columns, right? You can add as many as you want, but right now, whatever you are observing on my screen, these are the much needed at this stage, right? So like ID should be there, resource name should be there, resource type, unit of measure. Let me explain these things as well. So under data center, I am supposed to add further 3 more resources like manpower resources, manpower. Then I'm going to add one more like machinery resources. Then I'm going to add one more material resources. These are 3M resources, right? So the next thing for data center, I'm pretty sure I need to change their types. For material, I have to change into material. Okay. For machinery, I need to change like non-labor. Okay. And manpower is already okay. And the same, you are going to keep adding like the way I have added over here. Under manpower, you are going to add up foreman, site engineers, electricians, supervisors, helper, mason. Under material resources, you can add as many as you want, and same like happening with the machinery. Under every resource, if you are going to check box this detail, this bottom layout window will open up. Same like activity details. This is resource details. This is general tab, codes, details, but at this moment, we are actually in unit and prices. Within unit and prices, you can just put up their respective rates for those resources, per hour charges, per quantity unit charges, right? If right now I can just click here crane. For crane, you can just put here $10 per hour. See, and if you want to show their respective units, click edit user preferences, and there you can find you checkbox this one, and into the currency, because currency is also missing there. See, $10 per hour, 8 hours per day. If you have 2 cranes, you are going to write here 16 hours per day, because one crane is working 8 hours per day, 2, 3, 4. If you have 10 cranes and one crane is supposed to work for 8 hours, so 10 multiply with 8, something like that. Okay, you understand? That is how you are going to. And unit of measure is only for the material resources, because material resources are being measured by running meter, tons. If you can click here, this window will open up respective units which are being mentioned in the BOQ you are going to assign here. Okay, so that is how you are going to assign your project resources. And one by one later on, see, let's say for site preparation, if I can click over here, surveying activity details, in the resources, click on the add resource. For the surveying and grid lines, you need people like site engineers, you need foreman, and you need something like excavator or something like forklifter. That is how you are going to assign them. And meanwhile, you have to take care about this thing. This 5 is going to multiply with this 8, because there's an equation, budgeted units. You can find budgeted unit per time and multiply duration. So this duration is 5. This budgeted unit per time, like how many hours I'm putting for one day. So it is given here 8 and then budgeted 40. That is how it's going to work. If I'm going to change 5 to 10, see how things are going to change. See, if I'm going to change here. So this is very important and basic terminologies. 10, and this is going to change here like 4. And if I'm going to make here like 80, it's going to make it like this one. See, that is how this equation is going to work out. So that is something you can work on your project, how to assign your resources. At the same time, your cost is not being shown there, because even at this time, I did not put any cost over here. If we are going to put up cost, it will be showing up over here, right? So that is how you are going to assign your resources. Likewise, you can just click on this one. You can customize your activity details further. If you need to add any extra thing like expenses, you can move like this one, apply, okay. And within expenses, you can just click over here, add whatever overhead cost or expenses you want, you think that you can bear on this activity, you can add up over here, right? And apart from here, you can see risk. There is a complete risk register, and those risk. Okay, here we have risk. This window will open up. Under this window, you can just prepare your risk register, like rainy season. Let's suppose rainy season is reported risk. Now risk category. Risk category is, there are many risk categories like weather. Okay. Then threat, yes, of course, it's gonna change your project, these targets and all that. Risk status proposed, because right now when I'm making this risk reporting, at that time it's not happening. It's just proposed. Risk owner, who has reported about it, right? Identified by who has reported. Again, that risk owner means like the construction person, like construction manager. Identified by who has reported about this one. Identified on the date. Like, so multiple risks you can manage over here, and then just close it. And further you can get into the activities. Then over here you can just click over here, risk, and assign this one, rainy season, if this activity will be impacted by such kind of risk, right? So that is how you can add this one. Okay, so this is complete planning. Like within this, you are actually trying to make your resource management, cost management, risk management. You have loaded your project WBS and activities. That was completely scope management and time management, because within time management, you will be giving more detail about your all the deliverables. You are going to link up them. You are going to define their certain durations, and you are going to define a proper strategy of project, like critical path method. Later on, you are going to assign your resources. Resources are going to develop your cost. and this is the way you are going to plan your project. So if you are interested more into the detailed way, because there are many things more to discuss about this complete understanding, right there in the comment section area, so that my team would approach you and give you opportunity to attend my trainings in which I'm gonna discuss these things in very comprehensive way. So there are many opportunities out there for skilled people. There is no limit, there is no age, there is no experience limitations. Even you are a fresher, mid-career level engineer, or experienced one, this skill is too much benefits for you people. So right there in the comment section area, I hope this video has changed your skill level, might be giving you at the awareness level, and you will enjoy more by having into my paid sessions and all that. See you in my upcoming trainings and all that. Wherever you would like to come, my team is there. You can just contact, WhatsApp number is given there, comment section will be attended by my team. Thank you very much, and see you in my next video.